Hi, my name is Sylvie and I work at Arsandis. Today, I will invite an ex-colleague of mine, Denis Dublineau. Denis has been working for years in the fields of technical documentation and product lifecycle management. I have asked him to explain why option and variant management is so important in the manufacturing industry today. Hi Denis, could you briefly introduce yourself?
My name is Denis Dublineau. I'm working for PTC. I'm a pre-sales consultant, let's say. I'm based in Europe and in France more precisely. I'm working for PTC for quite a lot of time. I joined in 2005, coming from the Arbortext company, which was acquired by PTC at that time. By the way, Arbortext is about software for producing, managing, and delivering technical documentation.
Thank you, Denis, for being here today. So tell me, why is management of product variants so important?
Well, it's important because I think there is a big trend in the industry for creating products which can be personalized for the customers. It's a trend in all the usual product we can buy ourselves, television or cell phones or whatever, cars typically. But it is also true for bigger machines and bigger systems. I think there are two reasons. One is that companies are trying to develop on the global market, reaching new countries, selling in new countries, and there are always special things to be done in the product to adjust to what is expecting on these new markets. And also it's a marketing thing. The products need to be adjusted and to respond to each segment of customers. So they need to have many more options so that customers can select exactly, or have the feeling they can select exactly what they want.
What are the different types of product variability?
Yeah. Well, personally, I'm saying that the variability can be defined on two axes. I mean, the main one is what I was talking about. It's really creating optional features in the product. So it's really variability corresponding to the characteristics of the product. So the product may be blue or red. It may, I don't know, it may be 110 volts for the US market and 220 volts for the European market. It may have several kinds of engines for the cars and so on. So that's really the options for the product. And the other axis is more coming from the manufacturing process or the production process, where along the life cycle of the product, you will have to change some of the parts because you change your providers, or you have to change your manufacturing process, and this is creating some variability in the product. So as a result, if you consider the life cycle of the product, the manufacturers have to deal with the variability on these two axes.
I see. So, what is the impact of managing product variability?
So, I mean, the impact is maybe big on the process. First, for designing the products, the design office has to consider many new situations and many combinations of those options. So it makes much more difficult to design the product and to validate the product. Typically, in a car, you shall make sure that two options are compatible. Yeah, the first reason may be just to make sure that the space where you will put some equipments which are supporting the options can fit together in the available space. That's the kind of problem, and it's become difficult if you have so many combinations that can go together. So it's creating difficulties for the people designing the product and validating the product definition, and then it is cascading downstream on the life cycle. In the manufacturing plant, you have to be set up to be able to uh, uh, build all those versions of the product, and same thing in the field for maintaining or repairing the product. You shall make sure that all the spare parts are available, and if you consider the documentation, that the documentation will cover all the options and will be understandable by the people maintaining the product. That's the problem we all have with the booklet for our TV set. The booklet, the manual is covering many versions of the TV set, and you never know the one you have. So in the user manual, it's difficult to understand if really one function is available or not, and how to use it, just because many versions of the product are documented together. So that's the kind of problem which happen for everyone along the life cycle.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, engineering, manufacturing, and service information are often scattered in different systems. Yeah, and it's adding to the complexity of variant management. So, according to your experience, could you tell me where should product variability be defined and managed, and why?
Yeah, based on what I was saying, I think this should be managed as soon as possible in the process. So ideally, the design engineers should have the tools for managing these options as they are really doing the early definition of the product. So when they are working with the CAD, and when they are defining the bill of material of the product, it's important for them to be able to define the applicability of each part, so to decide to which options, to which situations each part will be applicable to. And that's important typically if they want to check the design using the 3D and the CAD tools. If they have all the possible configurations defined together, they can then create specific configurations and check that typically all the parts for each configuration can fit together. Because if not, what's happening if design engineers are defining each main assemblies together, and then the way of combining these assemblies for the configurations is defined somewhere else, let's say in the ERP, is that at the end of the day, when they get an order and try to manufacture the product for a specific configuration, they discover very late that it cannot be built, that something is wrong and the options are not compatible between them. So that's why it is important to be able to manage this very early in the process and to push the information about the options and the configuration downstream when preparing the manufacturing, preparing the service of the product.
Thank you, Denis, for taking the time to share your experience on the topic option and variants in the manufacturing industry. Keep safe. and let's catch up on another topic in the future. Bye.